Ladies and gentlemen, startups, tech-related people, and all who are thinking and dreaming about innovations, I'm very, very pleased to greet you here today in IT Eureka 2020. Today is our final day for 7 left speeches of 7 teams. And we are here with all our org team in Sigma Software Studio. My name is Veronica, and if somebody do not remember me, I'm a general manager of Sigma Software Labs. This is the project where we are looking and searching for bright talent all over Ukraine and helping them to grow their Ukrainian products globally with all our capabilities and network that we have gathered during this period of time. And about the contest IT Eureka 2020 in Ukraine. This is Ukrainian startup contest for students and young entrepreneurs who decided to start their dream, to start their businesses in Ukraine. And during this period of time, starting from 2014, for 5 years, we gathered more than 2,000 participants, and we received more than 750 projects. This year, we received more than 100 applications, and only 14 teams approached the final. So during these 5 years, we've been cooperating with a lot of international educational establishments and also IT businesses and influencers in tech world. And the aim of the contest is to give the opportunities and to support our startup community here in Ukraine and grow this entrepreneurship spirit and let our young entrepreneurs know that they have a lot of capabilities that they can find internally in Ukraine. For the second year in a row, we have a great support from Ministry of Science and Education of Ukraine, and our major partner that we passed this road this year and previous one, this is Polish-Ukrainian Startup Bridge. In order to open the second day, and before we start listening to the next 7 pitches, let me please introduce our IT Eureka partners. So they are Sigma Software Labs, Up Digital Agency, Center of Entrepreneurship of Ukrainian Catholic University, Sigma Software University, Quarter Partners Fund, and Ukrainian Startup Fund. And I'm very pleased and grateful to pass the floor to one of the representatives and the head of grant program of Ukrainian Startup Fund, Igor Markevich. Igor, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so it would be great to hear your inspiration speech for our panelists today.
Okay, hello friends. I'm from Ukrainian Startup Fund, and it's a pleasure that more than half of all IT Eureka finalists are our applicants. So we really become a startup ecosystem member. So today I'm going to tell you briefly about the successful experience of our state support of startups. And the creation of USF was caused by certain challenges facing the startup ecosystem, which have been observed in Ukraine really for years. First of all, we point out 4 of them, namely limited coordination between ecosystem stakeholders, limited funding for startups at the early stages, and the need to develop key business skills for startup founders. And of course, insufficient knowledge of Ukraine by its technological startups. A lot of countries and people know about Ukraine like outsourcing country or IT country, but we haven't built the reputation of really product technological country. And here the question, what should we do? And the creation of USF became the decision. Starting from the December last year, the fund began accepting applications from startups on the early stages. It's pre-seed and seed. and it's really became the state support for startups at the official level. And our focus is on startups really on the basic stage. And the main tools for such startups are grants. It's not an investments. Over the next 5 years, USF intends to support efforts to address the challenges facing Ukrainian technology startups and the ecosystem. How exactly do we do this? First of all, we support startups at the early stages of the development with no stakes in capital. Secondly, we finance the training of startups in national and international accelerators. We provide such so-called training grants for startups, and we offer new financial and non-financial opportunities for startups, for example, venture capital. And the result of our approach is the following: more than 2,000 applications from startups, 13 pitches, including 5 online, and we have already provided grants to 55 companies, totaling more than $2 million US. So good luck for everyone, and we are waiting for you in Ukrainian Startup Fund.
Thank you very much, Igor. It's really a pleasure to have you today, and I'm very glad that we go this path together and prolong our good and right way to our technology country. So it is very nice that today in the jury and our partners, we have several invest funds, and I would like to invite for the short inspirational speech one of our partners from Quarter Partners Fund. Denise, let me please give the floor to you.
Thank you, Veronica. So let me say my boring speech for some hours. Well, it's quite reasonable to say briefly about ourselves. We are Ukrainian-based venture builder. We are primarily focused in investments in such industries as deep tech, HR tech, IT logistics. And we are looking for projects on the stage pre-seed, seed, and probably early A stage. So if to talk some words about our business, if to talk about some words about how should the startup act to find its investor and occupy a niche in the market, I could give some special advices. I can single out 3, in my opinion, important ideas. First of all, ask the client about his problems. Do not invent for him. Just conduct customer development and identify true customer problems that may not even be heard in their speech. So such technique as in-depth interview technique, which called SCORE, could help you. Another one idea, if possible, move towards the ecosystem or platform in product development. This can seriously increase customer retention. And the third idea, if it's possible, sign agency agreements with the funds, because large investors often have many different companies in their portfolios, and it could be your potential clients for business. On the other hand, it will give the investor the opportunity to evaluate your product in practice without taking on serious risks. So just a few words about my previous experience. When I was the regional director at the largest bank in Eastern Europe, I interviewed many people for the position of sales manager. And my key requirements for them were 3 requirements. First of all, drive. The second one, communication skills. And the last one, analytical skills. I wish all the projects to have a team, to have people in your team with such criteria. then you will definitely sell your startup very dearly. And looking forward to a personal meeting with the best of you, despite of coronavirus. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your practical information, Dennis. So for 6 months, we have been preparing our teams, and they have been going to several mentorship sessions with our experts and mentors. And today, each team, 7 of them, are going to have is going to have 7 minutes for their pitching for our jury, and only 7 minutes to answer the questions from the jury. And as a special bonus for today's event, we're going to have 2 keynote speakers, and who they are. Professor Witold Wiliński, CEO of GPW Tech S.A. and a member of the Warsaw Stock Exchange Group, responsible for the commercialization of software product for the financial sector. He will present his speech, how does the capital market support the development of innovations and among new companies, in particular in the gaming industry. And the second special guest is Igor Sokolov, a venture capitalist, entrepreneur, product lead, social activist, and he will give the very inspirational speech, Are We Dreaming Big Enough? And now I would like to say one more time, who are our jury team members? So, Valery Krasovsky, co-founder and CEO of Sigma Software. Under his and a co-founders team leadership, the company has grown from a small business to a global provider of premium IT services with a team of more than 1,100 specialists for the world-known companies all over the globe. Also, Valery is a co-founder of the Inspirium Laboratories Fund, Ukrainian Angel Investment Fund. Alexandra Gavarucha, Sigma Software Labs advisor, international PR lead at Sigma Software, and a co-founder of Witold Tech Tribe. Alexandra has more than 15 years of successful experience in B2B sales, PR, sales, marketing, and brand communication. Alexandra is an active player in the global and local tech communities. She was involved as a speaker and a mentor at the Next Web, TEDx Women, Web Summit side events, IT Arena, and Ukrainian-Israeli Innovation Summit. Dmitry Vartanyan, co-founder and chief financial officer of Sigma Software. Under his leadership, the company has become a global provider of IT services with such world brands like AT&T, SAS, Formpipes, Kenya, Volvo, and others, all over the globe from the US to Australia. Dmitry is also a co-founder of the investment fund Inspirium Laboratories and has more than 20 years in financial, legal, and tax deep expertise. Dmitry also participated in the tax code amendments development. Konrad Vismulik, Senior Investment Analyst at Value Tech Seed Fund. Konrad is having a chemist degree. He is the developer of the catalyst for the solar-driven hydrogen production in the Institute of Poland Electronic Materials Technology. Former principal investigator specialist in R&D projects. Currently, Konrad holds the position of Senior Investment Analyst at Value Tech Seed Fund and is affiliated with MIT Enterprise Forum CE, offering his tech expertise to emerging entrepreneurs. Value Tech Seed is an early-stage venture capital fund focusing on innovations in energy and industrial manufacturing. The fund seeks for partners with dedicated teams developing breakthrough technologies that can be deployed within the next 2/5 years. The areas of particular interest include, but are not limited to, Industry 4.0, renewables, clean tech, energy storage, smart grid, and smart home predictive analytics. Bartolomew Domkowski, investment manager at RIST Venture for Earth. Since 2012, dealing with innovative projects and working with outstanding teams. Bartolomew is experienced project manager and a scrum master. RIST Venture for Earth Fund supports startups who aim to use the tech to make our Earth better and tackle global challenges. They impact investors and experts in technology. The fund backs Industry 4.0 and IoT companies who are working to make our Earth cleaner and raise quality of life for people around the world. Their team has grown tech startups into leading businesses and knows how to spot potential. They have experience of being entrepreneurs as well as the investors, so they have a set on both sides of the table. Denis Valvachev, Senior Managing Partner at the Qudi Partners Invest Fund. Denis has more than 17 years in the financial sector, 5 years as a managing director in the largest bank in Eastern Europe. He was responsible for all products development for VIP clients with a total portfolio of more than $40 billion. Denis holds MBA degree from London Business School and certificate of recognition from Regent Business School. Qudi Partners Invest Fund is a private investment fund which mission is to expand Ukrainian economy by opening Ukraine to foreign capital and investments to the local businesses. Ivan Petrenko, Executive Director of the Center of Entrepreneurship of Ukrainian Catholic University. Ivan used to hold top management positions in several Ukrainian enterprise companies such as Universalna, Galnaftogaz, and has a master degree of business administration at Lviv Business School of Ukrainian Catholic University. Yuri Zalizniak, Associate Professor of Faculty of Journalism, Ivan Franko National University of Lviv. Journalist and media coach, marketing and PR professional with more than 15 years of experience. Founder of the digital agency Commit Up, which is aimed to helping startups to grow online, develop their marketing strategy and creation of storytelling of their product. We also have the official representative of the Ukrainian Startup Fund today, and this is Igor Shapatayev, CTO at the Ukrainian Startup Fund. Ukrainian Startup Fund is a state-owned fund launched by the initiative of the Cabinet of the Ministers of Ukraine. Its mission is to support innovation projects and help the most talented Ukrainian entrepreneurs create successful companies at scale. Thank you very much for all jury members. So we really appreciate your participation during these 2 days. And I hope that you're ready to judge our next 7 teams. And they are gonna be Desnovation. The second team is Projectium, Custom World, Lawyer, Qudi Mask, Chichi, and and New Age Data Compression. So in a couple of minutes, we're waiting for the first team, and it's gonna be Desnovation. So I encourage our jury to ask their questions and put their marks, and 7 minutes for the pitching is starting right now. Desnovation.
Hi, my name is Alexey Polivany, founder of Desnovation. I know we are online, but I have a quick question. Please raise your hand or show me somehow that if you have experienced home renovation problems. I'm not sure. Okay, let's assume some of you have this experience. At least Igor has, I know. So I worked in real estate Yeah, thank you. So I worked in real estate, and all renovation problems can be divided in two parts, two categories: it's cost and time. Home renovation is time consuming. Average family spend several hundred hours on home renovation. It is very expensive, even though in most cases it goes over budget. All home renovation problems because home renovation is difficult to plan, difficult to manage. Our solution, Desnovation, consists of two parts. First part is a marketplace of ready-made design concepts. Because those concepts are pre-made, designers spend several days or even hours to create, adopt design. And as a result, customers spend $100 to buy a design, compared to existing solutions on market from 1,000 and more than 1 month. Every design page has a visualization, how design look like, full list of materials with best prices, sales, etc. And bidding platform to receive bids and hire a contractor. All this in one place. Second big part of our solution is that when renovation starts, we play a role of an intermediate and provide a solution to manage all renovation process. And our automated assistant helps to plan everything. It creates detailed estimate, which changes according to design changes, and project scope with task management solution. With this task management solution, customers has clear understanding in what stage their projects, when, what calendar and schedule of whole renovation, when they have to pay, buy, etc. During planning stage, design stage, we provide a 3D planning solution where designers can create design in 3D or download the design from the software which we use, and customers have better experience about the future design. So basically, they can even go through such design in 3D. Payments reserved on our platform, they didn't pay forward to contractors, they reserved on our platform and released to contractor when technical supervision visits at site and review quality of work. So basically, technical supervision take part in our project from every beginning. They help to plan everything, they play active role in chats, etc. With such active technical supervision role, we can be sure that work done, renovation done properly without over budget and with good quality. Global renovation market is a huge market. It's a $1 trillion market. We assume that in our base case, we can receive up to 10 billion in property exterior and interior renovation in United States. We plan to launch in United States next year when we will finish product in Ukraine. We plan to receive cumulatively 31 million in the next 2 years, and we will receive money, and we will reach such revenue because we have a transactional business model. We can take from 10 to 15 and more percent from all transactions like renovation contracts, supplement, buying furniture, electronics, etc. We have pretty healthy unit economic even in Ukraine. We will receive up to 3,500 per renovation in Ukraine. And in United States, in New York, those numbers are significantly higher. We already have traction, already listed several thousand items on our platform, several suppliers already registered 2 users and 2 design sold. Unfortunately, lockdown slowed us down a little bit, but we are back on track and in earlier stage to start our first renovation. And basically, all this traction received without any marketing spending. There are huge companies on the market, but all those companies are matching platforms, and they does not guarantee positive outcome of such matching. On the other hand, from every beginning, we're focused on renovation optimization and make customers spend less time and money on home renovation and receive renovation with more guarantees. We are a team of 3 seniors working together for 5 years in digital marketing. already successfully launched several products. I have 15 years in product management and real estate market. Evgeny has expertise in estimates for huge engineering projects, and his experience help us to make automated assistant. And Vitaly Kozlenko is full stack developer. That's all. Thank you. I would like to answer your question. Oh, we have a special offer if you or someone from your network requires a home renovation. We would like to help them to make home renovation better.
Thank you, Desnovation. You are right in time. And the first question goes to Denis Valvachov.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is about innovations. So on the back of the book Larry Keeley, which called 10 Types of Innovation, there are a lot of ways to change, to disrupt business models. For example, to change channels, brand or customer engagement process or profit model and so on. So could you tell us in more details, please, what the innovation is in your product?
Okay, thank you, Nils, for your question. Our innovation is an equal way to make an innovation. So basically, all platforms, existing platforms, is like, for example, if you want to order food to your home, if there is no Glow, we have to use Google Maps, find restaurants online. We have to use some matching platform to hire a courier and manage all this process in different places. In our case, all these processes managed in one place. So basically, it is an equal way to make home renovation in one place. And because we have ready-made designs, customers can save money on home renovation. Via designs, less money spent on designs, and they will not make spontaneous spending on some stuff.
So your innovation is in customer engagement, am I right?
Yeah, customer experience, and we basically whole renovation project accumulated in one place, in one page. And our automated assistant helps to plan everything.
Thank you.
So there is competitors where customers can hire all needed specialists, but their communication will be not automated, and those platforms are not interested to help customers to make their life better. They're just interested to make matching for those sites, customers and specialist side.
Thank you. So the next question goes to Konrad Wismulik.
Hi, thank you for your presentation. What bothers me the most, especially in terms of your scaling by going to USA market, is how are you going to ensure the level of service? Like, how are you gonna verify in remote areas that the renovation process has sufficient quality, or the quality meets the requirements of your client?
Okay, I see. Good question. Thank you, Konrad. In United States, it can be done because of certifications. General contractors and some contractors have to be certified in the United States. There are companies that specialize on technical supervision, technical review. Those companies are third-party providers on our platform, and they will help us to screen all contractors. Basically, it's done here in Ukraine. We have a company which specialized on technical supervision, and they ask several questions. They visit a site, already done sites of our contractors, and make decision if their work done properly.
Okay, so in line with that, how much of the margin that you make do these subcontractors take for quality assurance?
Okay, I see. Good question. It is very painful question for us, especially in early beginning. It's huge money. Basically, it's standard to spend 3% on technical supervision. We spend at our first renovations, we're ready to spend up to 7%. So basically, whole margin from renovation contracts will be spent on technical supervision, on other payments. It's like 1% from. It's just for first several renovations to make all process done well. But we will receive our revenue from supplement and supplement furniture, materials, etc.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question goes to Dmitry and Valery.
I don't hear you, Dmitry.
Just a second, we're on mute.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Myself. Yeah. So the question. Thank you for the presentation. The question is that you have said that during quarantine in Ukraine you have problems with the customers. However, I see that right now more and more people are doing renovation in the apartments and houses, and actually I think that the demand is growing. Why you had these issues, and well, how you could comment on that?
Yeah, so basically we didn't spend any advertising money. There are some viral marketing strategies done, some articles wrote about us, and we have listed customers which were ready to begin renovation. But unfortunately, it's scheduled with lockdown, and customer which was ready to start his renovation stopped everything. And you're right, renovation is growing. We have this review from about the renovation market in the United States, and in the United States, basically renovation market is still growing. Like in metro area in New York, this first destination in United States is grown up to 4% per year. It's good growth for United States. What stopped that? It stopped us because we have no finished MVP to launch our renovation, and it was a surprise for us that customers interested in renovation.
Yeah,
I hope I answered your question. Yeah. So yeah, basically, we was not ready to make renovation, but customers knock on our doors and say that they want renovation, and we started this process.
Yeah, there is right now, due to lockdown, people started to renovate their homes massively, and there is a huge demand.
Yeah. 7 billion people spent several months, several weeks in their
probably
homes.
Comment, not a question, but a comment. Your the slide where you compare yourself with the various competitors looks obviously good for you, but I don't think that you probably made the right analysis, because I doubt that there are no competitors at all. So probably it would be a good idea for you also to make additional research on the US market to see if there are anyone who is doing more or less the same thing.
Guys, I'm sorry, we are running out of time. Thank you very much for your questions. And I would like to move forward and invite for the next speech for Projectium. So, Projectium, your 7 minutes start right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alexei, and I'm a co-founder of Projectium Network. I would like to begin with a short story of how our startup came to life. Back in 2018, our CEO, Alex Buzin, had his own early-stage software project, and being a solo founder, Alex was struggling to find a community where he could get support, receive feedback, and achieve his market fit. At the same time, I had a job at the big corporation where I had to work on boring tasks without receiving any appreciation. I was searching for something new, a meaningful startup where I could make a noticeable impact. Later on, I met Alex Buzin and Alex Sershtan at the Young Entrepreneurs Club. After sharing our story with the club members, we determined that a lot of other talents and startups had similar problems. During our search for the solution, the idea of Projectium came to life. We decided to build a networking platform for like-minded people in a startup community. So we wanted to find out why most of the startups fail. And this way we conducted the secondary research. According to CB Insights, the main reason for startup failure is the lack of product market fit. The other two were problems with cash management and an inability to form the right team. Another independent research conducted by the Failery shows a similar picture, indicating that the lack of product market fit is the main reason for the startup failure. The other two most common reasons for failure were poor marketing and lack of a good team. So how can Projectium help? We are on a mission to help early stage startups succeed by connecting them with founders, talents, prospects, and mentors. So who is the platform for? Let's talk about our target audience. Well, first of all, Projectium benefits the founders of early stage startups. Founders who want to bring their startups on a new level can use Projectium to build the right team, improve the product, test new features, and find the product market fit. Now moving on to talents, Projectium is a social network that not only benefits the founders, but also helps talents and everyone who's interested in the startup industry to make an impact and become a part of the next big thing. Our users can easily communicate with like-minded individuals and become early adopters of exciting and inspiring projects. So how does it work? If you're a founder, you can easily create your project page and start achieving your goals. However, it's not just the dry, wordy description which we're all tired to see at all other platforms. No one has time or desire to write 1,000 words in the About section that others will not even bother to read. Projectium offers you the most fun and interactive way to showcase your startup. Simply name your project, upload the logo, and use interactive cards to tell your story. Your interactive profile will help you to attract new customers, talents, and contributors. You can use our roadmap features and activity feed features to receive feedback and tell the story of your startup journey. Share your milestones, events, and important releases to keep your audience updated. Interactive CV on Projectium is the new way to show your talent and work experience. No more struggle with writing a long description and showing your skills and interests in 3 boring paragraphs. After getting your profile ready, you can start exploring new opportunities. Connect with founders, join exciting startups, and become an early adopter to provide feedback. Our users can personalize their profile and showcase their experience by using over a dozen of interactive cards, such as YouTube, GitHub, Sketchfab, and many more. So how can the startups unleash the power of community on Projectium? Using our matching algorithm, talents like John here on the slide that you can see, they can find relevant startups such as InVideo. After connecting with each other, both startups and talents will be able to reach their goals. John, on the one hand, will be able to join his dream team and become an early adopter of the next big thing, while InVideo can grow its community, achieve its product market fit, and attract talents to their team. So how do we differ from our competitors? The main difference of Projectium is that it helps early stage startups attract adopters and gather feedback to achieve product market fit. The other features that distinguish us from our competitors are interactive cards, project analytics, and the ability to build your team from scratch. So let's dive into our monetization model. We are a pre-revenue startup and we plan on offering our services for free until we get a stable user base. We plan on having 2 channels of income, promotion and subscription as a service. After choosing the promotion, startups will be able to endorse their ideas and services, gather feedback, and get more coverage. Additionally, other users will be able to choose subscription plans that suit their needs. So for example, if you're a founder who is just getting started, you can use our platform for free with a basic plan to get familiar with the platform and see how Projectium can help you. But if you're ready to grow your startup and you use Projectium to the fullest, you can choose between our hobby and pro plans. By subscribing to our services, you will be able to use our talent search, project analytics, timeline, have unlimited join requests, and many more useful features. Currently, we have an international team that consists of 13 members, including 3 co-founders. We have 6 members in our business team and 7 members in our product team. So where are we now? We have successfully released our public beta of the platform and already completed the design of our mobile application. Without spending a single dollar on our marketing campaign, we were able to achieve 28% monthly user growth since July. Moreover, we have interviewed over 50 startups and collected feedback from them to see how we can suit our services to their needs. So what are our future plans? Well, first of all, we plan on having our public launch and release our mobile app by the end of this year. In 2021, we plan on implementing project analytics and roundtable features. Our next step from there will be integrated crowdfunding capabilities for startups, where they could be able to find their investors. And our main goal for the future is to create an online Projectium ecosystem for talents and startups and help them to reach their goals. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and attention. And now we're ready to proceed for our Q&A session, where I've got Alex Buzin, our CEO, and Vlad, our business director. Hello, everyone. Hello. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We are ready with the questions. And I also encourage our jury to put the marks and do not forget about it. And the first question goes to Denis Valvachev.
Hello. Thank you. My question is about your profit model. Am I right that your single client is just a startup and no more? No service providers, no funds?
Could you repeat that question again, please?
Who's your client? Is it just startup?
There is an echo that I hear, and I cannot hear you properly for some reason.
Who's your client? Is it just startup?
No.
Or maybe it's enterprise clients, funds, and so on.
Well, we divide our customers into 2 segments: the B2B segment, which is early stage startups, and the B2C segment, which is talents that are actively cooperating in the startup industry. So these are the 2 target audiences that we're trying to face. At the beginning, we're just targeting specifically early stage startups, because we don't want to provide services for everyone and then make our platform a mess. We want to directly target our early stage startups and let them actually use our features to achieve their goals, because they are the ones who face the most problems at the beginning. Big enterprises, they can use other resources to build the community, attract talents, and they have enough money to do so, while early stage startups simply don't have this option. This is why we're specifically targeting early stage startups.
Yes, but they have no money. It's the biggest issue of all the startups.
That's why
are they going to pay for your service?
Well, this is why we conducted a series of interviews with startups from all over the world, containing Europe and Asia. And this is why we tried to make a focus group and questionnaire in order to figure out the best pricing for our model. You're right. Startups don't have enough money to spend on anything, even including ourselves. We're low on budgeting, and it's always a problem of any startup. However, spending just $10 to $15 a month will allow you to actually build your community, attract new people, gather feedback that will actually help you to get your product market fit, and you will be able to boost your startup much faster than using any other platform, because you'd be able to join a community of like-minded people.
But how are you going to be profitable in case of not much money from startups?
Well, again, the budgeting is a problem, but $15 to $10 to $15 a month, I think, is not an issue for a company that wants to reach their goals. We're not charging them any huge amounts. They can cancel their subscription at any time, and we're allowing them to use our platform for free at the beginning. Just use your basic plan, and you can have your features to test and see if you can actually ready to purchase our services. This is why we're having a freemium model. We're not trying to limit our users or make them pay for our services straight away. We're letting them test our platform, see if it goes, how it goes for them. And once they're satisfied and once they actually want to boost their startup and get more coverage and more features, they can go with Projectium. And by the way, it's not that expensive.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question goes to Ivan Petrenko.
Yes, thank you guys for the presentation. In many terms, my question is overlapping with what Denise just asked, but I still don't get how you're going to scale. I mean, you're talking about sort of another social media, but we're talking about a very small amount of people that are going to use the platform. So how do you want to scale and attract more customers than any other social media or Telegram channel or Viber channel or Messenger or whatever else? There are so many of them.
Perfect. Thanks for the question. It's a good one. Well, if you allow me, I would like to share my screen to show you our market size, because we didn't include that in our presentation. But I'd be happy to show you the slide to see, to show you what specific countries we're trying to target and how we're going to scale our project.
Yes, you can do it right now. Everybody's
okay, perfect. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so the question about scaling is a good one because it actually shows you what our future plans. And as we said, our main goal is to build a whole ecosystem that not only allows startups to build their teams, but also allows them to build a proper community and find the product market fit. Again, product market fit is the biggest problem. For us, right now, we didn't even launch our paid marketing campaign. So for us, the first step would be launching a proper marketing campaign to get the first users on the platform. And our first goal for the user base is at least 10,000 users. Once we get 10,000 users, again, until that point, we're not going to charge our customers at all. It's completely free. After that, we're going to test our features, have A/B testing, also see how our customers react and adapt the platform for their needs. After that, we're going to expand our platform and change the language of our platform in order to provide it for markets such as Germany, Canada, India, and UK. Our target market right now is the United States. This is solely because it has the biggest number of startups in the world currently, and that tendency is changing. Obviously, a lot of other countries are catching up, but we would like to start in the US because it has the most developed market in terms of the numbers of startups and in terms of the numbers of entrepreneurs in the market. This way, we would like to direct them with our marketing strategies and allow them to use our platform. And afterwards, we would like to implement other features such as crowdfunding, educational platform, and other things that we talked about, such as project analytics that is not available in other places.
I would also add that up until this moment, we target more specifically early stage startups, but that's not how it's going to be in the future all the time. Meaning that after we reach like 70% of this audience, we could easily switch our to set because it would be much more interesting to other kind of startups on the later stages. Like,
guys, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you because we have only 2 minutes left and 3 more questions. So if you don't mind, I would like to go further and give the floor to Alexandra Govarucha.
Thank you, Veronica. Thanks, guys, for an interesting product. Actually, I obtained 2 roles, PR manager and the co-founder of Startup Community. That is why I have 2 questions for you. The first one is, how are you going to communicate the value of the platform? And what's the main focus? I didn't get it. Is it talent matchmaking platform, partner search, or product feedback platform?
Thank you for your question, Alexandra. That's a good one again, because we often get to ask that question from our users. And at the first sight, it might seem that we're a Swiss knife that's trying to solve all the problems. But this is not the way. We're trying to provide the features that are available, However, the main focus is the product market fit. It's to allow startups to get feedback from early adopters and adapt the product for the needs of the customers. This is that's not available on any other platform currently, because you can recruit on LinkedIn or on AngelList. You can post updates, but there is no proper way to collect constantly feedback from early adopters. Obviously, you can use Reddit to post your question and probably gather a few upvotes, but you won't have an audience that follows your startup on a current basis. While targeting people who will follow your project and follow your releases, you can collect that feedback and adapt it in order to get product market fit. And product market fit is the thing that actually helps you to provide your services at the best level. Without product market fit, startups will simply just provide services for no one.
Yes, and
yeah, I got you. Guys, I have a second question to you as well. Yeah, how are you going to develop the platform regarding the network? Is it self-developing network or managed process? I mean, how do you attract users who actually create value? Not just regular customers, but people who can actually give this feedback, for example, and it will be meaningful, not just a crowd of people from different areas.
Well, first of all, if you tell a stranger from the street that he has an opportunity to join a startup, he won't even understand what you're talking about. Yeah. Because if you offer people something that they're interested in, then they will be motivated to try something new. And specifically, that is not present, something that is new on the market for people who are actually looking for something new and are ready to risk their time and effort to quit big enterprises. Like my story, like I quit big enterprise because of the boring work that was on a daily basis present on my desk. And I wanted to try something new, and I wanted my impact to be noticed. And that's what we actually allow our target audience. We will specifically target talents because we know they're the ones who will, by talents, we mean like industry specialists such as developers, 3D designers, digital marketologists, business analysts, investment specialists, advisors, mentors, even projects like IT Africa. In order to get more coverage, you can.
Guys, I'm very sorry. We still have 2 questions, but unfortunately 7 minutes already ran out, so I have to interrupt you right now. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, Yuri and Bartolomei couldn't ask their questions, but I hope that you will have them for the next team. Thank you very much once again. So, and next team is going to be Custom World. Custom World, your 7 minutes start right now.
Yes, my name is Svetoslav, and today I will present Custom World, Fill the Future with AR Now. So there are several problems that the interactive sandbox is designed to solve. There is a small figure of virtual and augmented reality devices for learning. The interest in space exploration among young people is decreasing, and lack of technological solutions that promote socialization and cognitive development of children is existing. In order to solve these problems, we created the interactive sandbox called Custom World. It is designed for entertainment, education, socialization, and rehabilitation of children and adults. The interactive sandbox, The interactive sandbox can display and interact with the surface of various planets, satellites, stars, and other cosmic bodies. According to the psychologists of the Rehabilitation Center, the interactive sandbox Custom World can be recommended for the projective diagnostic to provide primary psychological care in the process of short-term psychocorrection. We do not yet have more accurate data on the impact of our product on the process of mental and psychological rehabilitation, but the team is working on it. So a little bit about our technology. We use a depth vision camera which receives the height of the sand in the sandbox and transmits this information to a special software where the image is created. After that, the projector displays this image on the sand. To prevent sand from getting into the eyes of kids, we use kinetic sand, which does not create dust and does not remain on hands. Plus, cooling and heating systems are available and can optionally be installed to enhance tactile sensation. As for today, we have developed 6 interactive screens, such as Sun, Earth, Jupiter, Moon, Black Hole, and Solar System. Each interaction scenario has its own unique objects and properties, such as rabbits, fish, and change of landscape or Earth, or a moonwalker. To enter the market, we will take place in 4 stages. The first one is creating a portable prototype that can be presented to potential customers and taken to exhibitions. The second stage is the beginning of the product advertising campaign, the development of pages on social networking, participation in exhibition related to our team, etc. The third stage is startup sales and getting our first feedbacks from customers and working on the mistakes. The last stage is consolidation in the market and reflection of all investments that have been received. 1 second. In addition to that, our business model provides for 2 scenarios. The first one is that sales of finished product with a standard set of scenarios. And the second one is sale of personalized scripts in order if customers need it. Our main audience are children. So we consider potential customers are all places where they study and rest. These places such as shopping and entertainment centers, children areas, zoos, museums, schools, and rehabilitation centers. Our source of advertisement is whenever they exist. It's like social networks, networking, in the media, etc., etc. This slide shows the roadmap of the project. The first stage, in addition to the described, we already have 2 functioning devices. One sandbox is now in Dniprovsky Planetarium and the second in our university. Currently, the team is solving the legal aspect necessary for full-fledged businesses. So it is planned to launch a full-fledged production activity in the near future. So this chart shows the payback forecast of the project. According to the optimistic scenario, we will reach a break-even point in 11 months from the start of the project. The average price is 4.7 thousand of United States dollars per sandbox. And in the first year of the operation, we aim to sell at least 40 of them. That is our talented team. And so thank you for attention. And we are waiting for your question.
Thank you very much. While we are waiting for the questions from our jury, just a question from myself. How do you gonna retain your customers?
So we will always will working on some new scenarios of new programs and other software. So we will keep in touch with our clients, providing them new stuff, and also on their requests sometimes, and maybe something from our ideas and so on.
Thank you. So the question goes to Ivan Petrenko.
Yes, thank you guys. Sounds like a good initiative, but I still don't understand how do you plan to make money on it? I mean, I understand that you plan to sell a couple thousand of those gadgets, but then how do you want to really scale it, and how do you protect it from being copied by anyone else? What's the patented stuff or any kind of software that you can protect? Any thoughts on that?
Okay, so selling is based on the sandboxes. So actually it's created, and as I recall, is it the only sandbox on the market, right? Even on the Ukrainian markets, it's made by national producer. And also we will keep our sales stable by creating software for this certain sandbox. Kind of that. And
how are you going to protect your invention from being copied by anyone else on the market?
So we are planning to create a special software that is hard to copy, and so that's how we're going to protect it.
Okay, thank you. And the next question goes to Yuri Zalizniak.
Hi guys, thank you for your presentation. Actually, I'm able to imagine your customer in terms of children museums in the US, especially Navy Pier and different types of museums like that. But how about coronavirus crisis? Don't you think it's not so safe to cooperate, to interact for children in different museums and different centers in terms of social distancing?
So yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. And the one thing about this kinetic sand that it has antibacterial effect. So it's actually safe to work with it in any circumstances. Yes, plus we can add some, make some disinfection of this, like additional, so it will be safe. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Actually, my question was about the ability of these museums to work during the coronavirus crisis, because they have to earn money after buying your stuff. And if they are closed, they are unable to return this money. That's what I'm about.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a tough circumstances for selling, but not only museums are our customers, but also some schools and shopping centers that are working right now, from at least in Ukraine and all and in the world. Plus social distance is like provided there. So we see no problem in working like that right now.
Thank you. So the next question goes to Valerie.
Thank you. The question is, how did you come to this idea? I mean, out of the blue. Okay, let's sell the sandboxes.
Well, now I ask our CEO. So the idea was from Dniprovsky Planetarium. Actually, they kind of ordered this kind of sandbox, and they inspired us to do that. And so, yeah, it's like because they want something interactive, something with these new technologies. And so we tried it, and it was successful, and they actually purchased it. So we decided why not to expand this to a new market, you know.
Okay, thank you very much. And the final question goes to Denis Valachev.
I have no questions anymore because Valery just have asked it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the pitching and for your questions. Jury, please do not forget to put your marks. And we are waiting for the final team in this part. And it's gonna be lawyer. Lawyer, we are ready for your pitch.
Hi, my name is Igor. I am an intellectual property lawyer in international game dev company. During the last 6 years of my working experience, I have successfully blocked thousands of resources on the internet. And this is Lawyered, the system which will forever change the process of intellectual property protection on the internet. We are working on the project together with my team. Igor Sokolov has a technical education, information security specialist, more than 5 years in the field of data protection, successfully graduated at Y Combinator Startup School. Co-founder, Robert Saturian, net software engineer who has been working for the foreign multinational company Ocean Ring Technologies for more than 6 years. Anna Bayarina, master of law, 5 years of legal marketing professional in working with social platforms and customer relationship. We have already worked with team members on the other project, achieved good results and got rich feedback. Even in the condition of quarantine, we work remotely, but harmoniously on the project development and achieved significant results in 6 months. We have created a unique product that has no analogs in the world. At a time when intellectual property is worth much more than physical assets and the internet has become a #1 platform for doing business, it's extremely important to get proper protection of your intellectual property rights on the internet. Accordingly to Global Brand Counterfeit Report, counterfeiting market evaluates $1.8 trillion by the year of 2019, and commercial value of unlicensed software is in North America and Western Europe, $19 billion. The annual damage from piracy for different categories of businesses varies from 20 to 35% loss of net profit. Right holders can use the following alternatives: hire an IP lawyer, but it's extremely difficult to find the necessary specialist. His salary will not depend on the workflow, and his services as a unique specialist will cost a lot. Or turn to law firm. However, as a result of such services, the right holder will not only not solve the problem, but will also receive significant bills for payment. Or outsource work to freelancers. However, the qualification of such specialists may be questionable, and it's really dangerous because of data protection, and will also be expensive for the right holder. Traditional options for protecting intellectual property rights are obsolete and ineffective. The content will be distributed, the violation of rights will continue, and the right holder will lose money. This newest system, which was implemented, Lawyered solves all these problems at once. We make the process of removing infringing resources fully automated without the participation of third parties. The right holder only needs to provide information about the product and the authorized person. The system automatically generates a complaint, finds an authorized agent, generates documents confirming the violation, and sends a completed complaint to the authorized bodies in no more than 3 seconds. Lawyer uniqueness lies in the possibility of the right holder to protect his product in most jurisdictions of the world at a much lower price than on the market without any legal support from third parties. Competitive advantages: fully automated complaint filing, work with EU and CIS jurisdiction, 10 times faster than manual removal, no more lawyers, guarantee of blocking infringing resources, guarantee of compliance of the submitted complaints with the current international legislation in the field of protection intellectual property rights. On this slide, you can see the cost of services for our competitors. This starts from $200 per site and reach $5,000 per specific services. Lawyer subscription, at least 28 times cheaper than the competitor's services because everything is done automatically. We provide software licensing services and offer 4 different approaches to intellectual property protection for our clients. The portrait of our ideal client is an international product company that operates on the internet and has a wide range of products on the market. We currently have real clients from game dev and legal tech industry who pay for our subscriptions, which is an extremely rare case for startups. Our ideal goal is to help protect the intellectual property rights for every internet user quickly, reliably, cheaply. The market for future customers is growing exponentially because in quarantine, the most profitable areas are the gaming industry and software licensing. The volume of the Ukrainian game dev market is 200 million and the software market is worth $700 million. In turn, the global market for our customer segments reach more than 500 billion and is growing every day. Status for today: with Lawyer's help, we deleted more than 2,000 sites and 3,000 materials on video hosting platforms. Lawyer spends 5 and 5 seconds on average per complaint sent on the infringing resources. We have a fully completed and tested MVP. Lawyer has a long-term contract with one of the leaders of the game dev industry in Ukraine and provides custom expansion of functionality for every B2B clients. Here we are. With Lawyer, we have already gone through basic startup phases and fully preparing for fast growing. Rapid product growth at this stage requires investor support and expansion of networking. So we hope to find the support here and climb to the top of legal tech market. Our next step is high quality scaling to Western market. We plan to attract from 15 to 120 B2B customer and more than 1,000 B2C customer in the first year. The company's profit for the next operating period will be from $30,000 to $170,000. Our ultimate aim to become the world's first fully automated commercial platform for the protection of intellectual property rights on the internet and to establish a clear associative connection for every internet user between the Lawyer brand and quality protection of intellectual property rights on the internet. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. You are just right in time. And we are ready with our questions. So the first question goes to Valerie and Dmitry.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for the presentation. I have a question. How do you validate that the customer has the rights to make this claim? I mean, if he has a patent or registered IP rights?
Yeah, thank you for your question. So before we start the complaint procedure, our customers have to download the documents that prove their rights. It can be, for example, patent, it can be trademark or something else. After we revise this, we just put this product to that category that was approved by us, and after that our customers can submit the complaints. Thank you.
But but normally nobody has the protection of copyrights like images, music. I mean, sometimes you can get the document evidences that it's registered. So it means that anyone can use your platform to kill his competitors, and you will be liable for this damage, I think.
Yeah, I understood this one. Before we started this process, we just said for our customers that we only third-party platform, and all reliability for their action is grown by their action. It's first point. The second one, we also checking through such platform, maybe you know, WIPO proof, where you can find where this images was or when these images or some content what created, and after that we just prove this product. We ask our clients if something goes wrong or we have some doubts about product, and in further communication we understood if it's legal or not. I hope I answered on the question.
Thank you.
Very quick question. Why you're better than competitors?
It's a good question. First of all, because everything is done automatically. Our competitors use all stuff manually. They first of all, they trying to find the responsible hosting provider. After that, they trying to find the email address of this hosting provider or authorized agent. After that, they starting to create a template for a complaint. After they create a template, they trying to get some proofs of violation, like screenshots or other stuff. And after that, they create the completed complaint and send it to authorized agent. Our system do it no more than 3 seconds. It's automatically parsing the authorized agent, automatically parsing the abuse email of authorized agent, automatically make screenshot, automatically complete templates with provided information from our clients, and after that send it to authorized agent. And this is it. Our customer only have to provide us their product, put the link on such content that violates their rights, and this is it.
Okay, thank you very much. The next question goes to Denis Valvachuk.
Yeah, thanks. If to be honest, I was very agitated when saw porn industry companies amongst all your client segments. But my question is about distribution channels. It was shown on your slide with business model that you have just 2 ways of distribution. It's one-by-one meetings and another one work sales department. Am I right that you have no any relevant marketing budget?
Okay, thank you for your question. For now, it's a system that we're using in Ukraine. Why we use it? Because after some experiments, we understood that the better way for us to find B2B clients, it's one-by-one meeting. And now we working with that network that we already have through our working experience, and submit one-by-one meeting and present our product. For other market, we will use another system that firstly we analyze the market. After we analyze the market and our customer wins, we trying to find the such sources for marketing. It could be Google Ads, it could be Facebook or other stuff that relevant for these categories of businesses and B2B clients. And after that, we go on this market and get it.
By the way, have you calculated how much money do you need to scale your business abroad? I mean, marketing budget.
For this effort of our growing, I mean our startup, it's a seed phase. So we want to get from 200 to 500,000 of dollars, because first of all we need to get new features that.
But as far as I see, this money needs you to develop your product. No marketing.
I'm sorry. We already have the MVP, but we want to add some features. For marketing, yes, it's some different budgets, but it comes through this amount of money.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you. And I would like to give the floor to Ivan Petrenko, and I would like to notice that you still have only 1 minute. Please be quick.
Okay, the question was answered, so I'm not going to ask that again, but I have a small suggestion. You have a great product, at least seems so, but could you please work on your presentation, because it is overwhelmed with information, mostly irrelevant, and do focus on the benefits that your potential clients might get, because it was not being a lawyer, it was very hard to understand what is the main focus, what are the main benefits. Was that a speed? Was that a online, whatever? Just focus on the main things and don't put so much information on the slides, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, and the last question goes to Konrad Vesmulik.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I just want to relate to one of the questions that was asked before. Basically that you verify the authorship and the claim if your client has the rights to file that claim. And from what I gathered from your response is that you do it manually. So I wonder, if you scale up, how are you gonna let's say service 1,000 clients?
Thank you for your question. It's only one and really the only one part that working manually. It's not a big amount of work to find out if they have rights or no, because we have a lot of tools for this. And for lawyers that work in a full day, he can find out does it relevant product or not, maybe in 10 minutes, no more. So if we will scale, we just hire 5-10 lawyers that can make this research. Maybe it's sometimes complicated, but we have to know does our clients have rights or not, because it's really I think that it's really vital for these phases.
Thank you very much. And we did run out of our time. Thank you very much again for the questions. Jury, please do not forget to put your marks. And for this part of the session, we have listened for 4 teams. I would like to refresh your memory about their titles. They were Desnovation, Projectium, Custom World, and Lawyered. And now I'm really honored to introduce our special guest, who is Professor Witold Wiliński, CEO of GPW Tech S.A, member of Warsaw Stock Exchange Group, responsible for the commercialization of software products for the financial sector. Witold will present his speech, How does the capital market support the development of innovation among new companies, in particular in gaming industry? Okay, I'm honored to invite for this speech Mr. Witold Wiliński. Witold, are you here with us?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the introduction, dear guests, dear organizers. My name is Witold Wiliński. I'm the CEO of GPW Tech, and I would like to present today a presentation concerning the gaming sector on the GPW Tech and to talk about some possibilities of the development of this sector from the point of view of IT firms. So perhaps I will start by the current situation, by the current economic situation in the global economy. In the first slide, I'm showing you some prediction from international monetary funds concerning the global economy. As you can see, the predictions are close to minus 5% in 2020. Which means that we are now in a kind of global crisis and we need a lot of time to provide a good recovery of the global economy. When we are looking on figures concerning the 2021, the predictions concerning the GDP are 6.5% lower than in the pre-COVID-19 projection made of January 2020, which means that the influence on COVID will be huge. But what is important that from the point of view of the IT sector, the situation is not so bad. And for this, I'd like to show you two slides with the comparison of in the first the S&P 500 index in US and the situation just before the crisis, during the crisis, when we can observe a drop down around 30% and a growth. And here you can see that the growth is now close to the situation that we had just before the crisis. Which means that in general, the valuation of stocks in the United States now is in the good situation. But from the point of view of our sector, you can see the situation with NASDAQ. So the same situation just when the crisis have arrived, and the recovery, but the recovery is completely different. The recovery is completely different because now the valuation of stocks and the index value is around 20% higher than before the crisis, which means that this crisis with the lockdown, with a very bad situation with the production, with a very bad situation with some services, is a kind of chance for the IT sector. And the next slide, this is the situation with the Zoom. This is not a product placement, of course, but we know that we are all using now the Zoom software. And you can see that just before the crisis, the valuation of the stock was around $150, and now the valuation is close to 500, which means that the growth was around 300%, which is a huge growth, but it's showing that the situation from our sector is, this is a kind of, I can tell this is a kind of opportunity for us. And now going back to the main subject of my presentation today, the Warsaw Stock Exchange position in the global gaming stock sector. In the global economy, we have three stock exchanges, which are the main markets for the gaming sector. The first one, this is the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and in Tokyo Stock Exchange we have 47 firms from the sector. The second one, this is Warsaw Stock Exchange with 45 firms, and the third one with 36. This is the Korean exchange. Of course, the first one. The first firm, this is Nintendo, with the valuation close to 33 billion euro. The first company which is quoted on the stock exchange in Warsaw has the 13th position with the valuation of 9.3 billion euro, which is close to $10 billion. Some key figures concerning our market and the gaming sector. The valuation, as I told during the presentation of the previous slide, the valuation of the CD Projekt, the biggest company in this sector in Warsaw, this is 41 billion zlotys, which is close to $10 billion. In the main market, with some higher financial restriction, with some higher governmental restriction. In the main market, we have 12 companies, and the valuation of these companies, this is 51 billion zlotys. In the new connect, with some rules which are easier to for smaller companies, we have 33 companies. And the valuation, the capitalization of these companies, this is 3.8 billion zlotys. What is interesting that in 2019 and 2020, 57% of new listing companies were gaming companies. So we can see that the share of these gaming companies is now huge in the Warsaw Stock Exchange from the point of view of the new listing. And the value of IPOs in this period was 105 million zlotys. And what is interesting and is showing a systematic development of companies in this sector is the fact that we had observed a transfer from the new connect market to the main market of 4 companies. Why are gaming companies so eager to float on the exchange? Of course, the first point, they have easy access to the financing. This is obvious. The IPOs usually are fully successful here. 1 in 2 companies newly listed on the GPW in the past 2 years was a gaming company. A high valuation on Warsaw Stock Exchange, the average PE in the main market for this sector, this is 96. For New Connect, this is 129. And of course, stock options for managers, retentions through loyalties, and a good exit option for shareholders who invested in the company as a startup. Other points, sharp increase in company recognition, which means that from the point of view of the marketing, of the international recognition, to enter to the stock exchange is a very, very important point. The sector is very popular with investors. Events dedicated to gaming companies bring together hundreds of participants, and Warsaw Stock Exchange is organizing in a systematic way such events. During the previous year, the index related to games in Warsaw grew by 97% in comparison to the main index, which lost 16% year to year. Now we have around 29 gaming companies waiting to be floated on the Warsaw Stock Exchange, and a lot of companies from Central and Eastern Europe which are interested in being listed on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. And the comparison of the main market versus the new connect, the average value of the IPO in the main market of gaming companies, it was 27 millions. In majority of cases, offer attracts institutional investor, which means that around 80% of shares are going to institutional investors. Required market capitalization is around 50 millions, and all prospectus are approved by the Polish Financial Supervision Authority. This is in the case of the main market. In the case of the new connect, the situation is that the average IPO is smaller, around 10 times smaller than in the main market. This is 1.8 millions. Offer attract mainly individual investors, and the information document, all financial documents are approved by the Warsaw Stock Exchange, not in the case by the Polish Financial Supervision Authority. And for the end of my presentation, I would like to show you a short success story of the biggest game producer, which is in the Warsaw Stock Exchange. This is the CD project. Here you can see in the graph the story from the beginning, 2009 here, and the value today. In this period, from the moment when this company started to be quoted in the stock exchange, the capitalization grew around 23 times. In 2018, this company entered to the index related to the 20 biggest company in the Warsaw Stock Exchange. And in 2020, the capitalization is close to $10 billion. What does it mean for shareholders? As you can see in this graph, the free float is around 67%, which means that around 33% of the shareholder structure, is related to the founders of these companies. And a simple calculation is showing that at the beginning, the valuation of this of the stock of the owners was around $200,000. Yes, $200 million. And now this $200 million, this is $3.3 billion. So from the point of view of shareholders which are entering to the stock exchange, which are collecting money, this is a big possibility, a huge possibility to grow their business. And of course, the IPO was helpful to generate money for the international expansion. As you can see in this slide, Poland, from the point of view of the sales revenue, represents now only 3% for this company. After the opening of offices in Los Angeles, Shanghai, Berlin, London, Paris, you can see that the structure of international sales is very interesting. The American market represents now around 60% of sales revenue. The European market, without the Polish market, this is 25%. The Asian market, this is 9% of the total revenue. So you can see that with the money collected in the stock exchange after the IPO, the company can provide the international successful expansion. And the last two slides, I would like to show you what is the situation of the CD project during the coronavirus. Of course, the situation is not the same like in the Zoom case that I shown at the beginning of the presentation, but you can see a comparison of the net profit value during the first half of 2019. It was, the net profitability was 24%, now this is 40%, and the growth of the net profit during the coronavirus period was 185%. So I think that my presentation was quite optimistic from the point of view of startups in the IT sector. I think that this period is a very good period for us. I would like again tell thank you to organizers to be here with you and telling in Ukrainian duże dziękuję, in Russian большое спасибо, and goodbye for all participants. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Wiliński. It was really inspiring, and actually it was really interesting to see how which numbers does Polish companies can get. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, and I'm asking everybody who's watching us right now, please do not turn off your videos and broadcasting, because I think in 30-40 minutes, we're going to have the winner of IT Eureka 2020, and we still have 3 more teams to pitch today. So the first, so we're going to have 3 teams right now, and they're going to be Qudi Mask, Chichi, and New Age Data Compression. And I would like to invite for the pitching in a couple of seconds, Qudi Mask. Okay, Qudi Mask, the 7 minutes starts right now.
So hi everyone, my name is Mike, I'm founder of Qudi, and let's dive into the problem. Today people are used to seeing facial emotions, seeing the person smiles during the conversation or disappointments. But due to the situation in the world's pandemic especially, people had to wear masks, and they make your expressions more harder, and it's due to the pandemic also, it makes it harder to express emotions. So to solve this problem, we want to introduce Qudi Mask, the world's first emotional mask. So as you can see, as I'm talking, mask opens mouth to my speech, and especially in emotional mode, it also can react to head movements like so. Agree, disagree with you, using built-in sensors, and detect the emotion, happy or sad, and display it on demand. Mask contains of 2 main parts. First of all, it is main capsule. It is pretty flexible, so it can fit any type of face, as you can see here. And it has a built-in matrix, and it allows us to display any type of visual content, such as text, animations, pictures, and it will be difficult to distinguish Qudi Mask from other masks when it will be turned off. Second part is a fabric cover. It can be easily removed to be cleaned, and we provide a variety of colors, so you can choose your favorites for your style every day. And we provide a custom design. It means that we could print any logo on the cover, and you could promote your company or brands even when the mask is turned off. The full mask functionality could be reached from our Qudi app, where you could choose your favorite animations easier and faster, and also using text drawing mode, you create your own animations and running text. Also, you can upload your creations on our online platform and you can share it with other users. Also, it is very important to mention that when you buy Qudi Mask, you buy a very smart product that will get 5 RAM updates in the future that will unveil new animations, new experience with the mask, and get new features. Our market is pretty broad today, and we are targeting to active folks who would use Qudi Mask for everyday usage. Also partygoers, bloggers who could use any animations to get wow effects at the parties or for their video blogs, and promoters would use text and draw mods to promote their brands. And especially for cyclists, we think that they would use Qudi Mask at the dark when they're riding their bike to increase their visibility on the road. Talking about our business model, it is pretty simple. We will get revenue from mask sales and selling accessories to them. In comparison with our competitors, Qudi Mask got more advanced technologies behind it, as well as colorful animations and other sorts of covers, and of course emotional mods, which is pretty it's pretty hard to create. So going to our traction, we have a great experience in designing masks and working especially with LED technologies. As you can see here, we've been working for 1 year on full mask version, and after pitching on Web Summits, we have gathered a team and been testing the market fits of the products. We have sold around 30 masks, and as we can see with this information today, the mask fits well for B2B, but for B2C, it should be more easy to wear for everyday usage. So now we are improving the main idea of the product. As you can see, our team, and here you can see our team and advisors. 4 of us, of our team, are still in school. So now we're bootstrapped, but we're looking for 40K investments to get ready for mass manufacturing, developing a product, and finally launching our marketing campaign and start selling new half-face version of mask. So thank you for your attention, and smile even more with Qudi Mask.
Thank you very much. I'm very inspired that such young entrepreneurs are joining our pitching day today. Thank you. So, and I think that we are ready with the questions. So the first question goes to Dmitry and Valery.
Thank you. Very interesting product. Question is, how you were able to predict it in Lisbon when you pitched that in 2019? I understand that it's a hot topic now, but was it the hot topic in 2019?
It wasn't a hot topic this year, but we have launched it. We have only launched the idea and created MVP. So it was like our first experience in pitching, and after that we got some opportunities to recreate the idea of the project in a half-face version of mask.
Yeah, but why in 2019? We didn't have COVID.
It is, but we have predicted the idea. It's like we haven't planned. First of all, our idea was just for entertainment. Mask would be used for entertainment, but the COVID suits well for our business, so we have updated the idea.
Yeah, amazing. Now we have a lot of entertainment. That's true.
Yes.
And one more question, please. Is it possible to wash it in the washing machine?
Yep. To answer the question, I would go to this slide. As I said, we have a fabric cover that will cover the mask today. It's like a prototype. It haven't got such one, but you could just remove the main model, this one, from a cover, and you can just wash your cover and use it again.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question goes to Konrad Vismulik.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. Can you explain the emotional mode? which you listed out in competition comparison?
Yep, talking about emotional mods, this is pretty hard to show today. We are working on improving this mods. Today we have the mouse that is opening to a speech, and with the gyroscope it detects the head movements. But we are planning to add one cool feature that will detect especially you're sad or you are happy, depending on your speech. It will analyze your speech and get the triggers, and it will show sad or happy face.
Okay, this is because I was trying to grasp the competitive advantage, and I quickly did a search on AliExpress, as you can find everything there. And of course, there's LED masks that are programmable there. So I guess that's one of the competitive advantages. But I was wondering, I mean, like with Chinese manufacturers, it's only a matter of time before they mimic or copy such products. And I was wondering, what's your way of protecting yourself against it?
Yep, thank you. And it is really common in the business such as product says. We are going to be copied in the nearest future, but talking about especially mask, it's more not about the visual experience. Yes, some Chinese producers could copy it as soon as we will show it, but it's all about the software parts of the mask. It would be really difficult to copy the entire app that we have, the entire technology behind the robots mods, that's the same as emotional mods. And this would be our main feature. Like, we are going to also create a community around our mask. In the app, we would add the possibility to share not only animations that you have created with other users, but you could also upload some features that you got from mask, like some photos with use cases, and it would be like a social media inside our app. So it's all about the community and software.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the last question goes to Igor Sokolov.
Hi guys, thank you for presentation. And I have some technical question. Could you please tell us more about your technical criteria, like height, weight, battery, some waterproof, and so on?
Yeah, water cool is a good idea. And talking about especially some criteria, mask is pretty flexible, so you can do like so, and it would still be working. Here it is. Yep. Also, it is pretty thin, up to 7 millimeters in the critic side of the mask. It would be waterproofed, so it won't be any problems when you wear the mask. And if you spill some water on it, it would not be a problem. And weight, of course, it's about 75 grams. It's like similar when you wear a usual mask, and you don't really get some disturbance, and you can shake your hands, and it still will be sitting on your face really great.
But what about battery?
About what?
Battery.
Battery, it lasts for around from 2 to 4 hours, and as we mentioned before, it is great for cyclers to go from one point to another point, or just go for a party. That would be enough.
So this device is still for fun?
Yep, it's only for fun, for entertainment. It's not. We're not talking about protection from some kinds of like coronaviruses.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And the questions are over.
Thank you.
And the next team is gonna be Chichi. So, Chichi, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Ksenia, this is Arsen, and we are founders of Chichi. I want to tell you about our service for searching and booking beauty services online, which has already been appreciated by hundreds of users who book services every month. We want to know that some salons have become our advisors, and we continue to develop Chichi to meet their needs. So why we're doing this? It's terrible, but 80% of beauty salons still don't have online booking. In average, salons have 30% unsold time, while their potential consumers spend hours searching Google with no success. Administrators get confused in calls and reservations via social networks or messengers. And as a result, salons loses around $950 on each beauty master monthly. Considering that in Chichi, beauty salons have from 5 to 20 beauty masters, it's the huge revenue loss. So the problem is that people don't suspect how many good salons are around them. Also, people have become too busy. They forget to do procedures regularly. On the other hand, salons are losing money and waste their efforts to get along with consumers. The regular consumer spent 60% more on procedures than new. Salons try to do everything for each consumer becomes regular and to have less free time slots. So our solution is a mobile service which has an access to hundreds of beauty salons and helps to find services that fit your budget, schedule, and other preferences directly from your phone. For beauty salons, we provide CRM system which always keep them in touch with clients and give an ability to have more time booked. Those who use their own CRM but want to join Chichi, we can easily connect. Imagine, tomorrow you are invited to a celebration and you are not ready at all. You open Chichi at any time of the day, search from hundreds of salons, use filters to find suitable time and location, choose services you need and confirm. That's all in beauty salon are waiting for you. The main goal of the salons is to sell more free time slots. So when salon join Chichi, all its relevant information is in easy access. Salon can customize special offers and attract more customers. So users get their personal advisor and salons do less marketing but have more revenue. The next goal for the salon is to have more regular consumers. As I mentioned, they spend 60% more. They are loyal. So our algorithm analyzes consumers' behavior, dates, time of booking, services, and considers when consumers need to make the next booking and compare it with the schedule of a master. It creates personal schedule of beauty procedures and easy way to stay beautiful for consumers. Now our scaling strategy involves focusing on the local Ukrainian market in this year. It is $500 million per year. After improving our business model in Ukraine, move to European market. We have a subscription business model. According to the size of salon, the quantity of masters, our service costs from $15 to $30 per month. Unlike our competitors in Ukraine, we have the real round-the-clock booking with instant confirmation. We are cheaper because we abandoned functions that salons don't need. Also, we work on customer retention. We create a service in cooperation with real salons to make only the necessary features for them, which will increase their efficiency and profit. Also, unlike the competitors in Europe, our service is more about consumer retention and marketing, while others are about internal management. Now we have 104 salons and quantity of bookings is growing per month. We can grow salons by 120% each month because we are connected to the most popular CRM. So to the end of the year, we expect to cover most of Ukraine. Also, now we already have hot clients for our CRM system, which is now in development. We calculated our pros and loss and found out that we are on the right line. We expect a $60,000 profit in first quarter of the next year. So now we plan to invest our own $14,000. Also, we are looking for $40,000 to finish our plan for the next year. Our team works together for 2 years. We are all experts in various fields, and also we have advisors and mentors. So, Chichi is a large ecosystem that connects beauty salons and their consumers, save marketing expenditures, work on consumer retention, and helps fill all the free time gaps. Chichi helps people to stay beautiful with less efforts. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are ready to answer your questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chichi team. Actually, I think for the organizers, like a note, we need to have a more diverse team next time in jury. So the first question goes to Igor Sokolov.
Hi team, so thank you for presentation. Maybe here that we have the similar project in the Ukrainian Startup Fund a few pitches ago and they get grant, so it's a good idea. But the question is about, could you please return to your business model? Who is paying and for what?
Paying beauty salons and barbershops, because we work on customer retention. We are providing the CRM system for them and also additional marketing tools.
But as I see, CRM system, it's for free. You're providing CRM system for free, as I remember. So what they paying for?
I don't see free.
On your slide, as I remember, you providing CRM system for free, or not?
No.
Ah, you're paying. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's subscription model, and we create some upsells about marketing features inside this CRM and subscription model.
Cool, but if, for example, salon have their own CRM or connecting to another one, so how you get money from this salon?
In this case, now we are charging money for the accommodation cost. Now we are developing our own CRM system. So in Chichi, now there are salons which already use the other CRM. So we charge money for like, we are the additional platform where they can sell their procedures. So now we're charging the accommodation costs.
So you're sharing revenue from every success order, or what?
No, they're paying monthly.
One time. Yes.
Monthly $7, and we connect to them to their CRM system. They don't need to use additional CRM from Chichi. All bookings go to their CRM.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Cool. Okay, the next question goes to Dmitry and Valery.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the interesting presentation, obviously the interesting project. So the question is, you have mentioned that you have like more than 100 saloons which are signed up for your service, if I remember it right. And,
yes.
And like 100 something reservations. I assume that if you have more than 100 saloons, then you should have like at least 1,000 reservations, or you have just already started them. Could you please explain these figures in detail?
Yes. Some of the salons are from Kiev, and we are started them some time before, and that's why the quantity of bookings now is less than quantity of salons. And also we have the most popular salons in which we have a lot of users that make bookings, and some salons are not so popular now. So,
and actually COVID changed our plan, and in May or in March, we had up to 2,200 of bookings, and right now this line is near 9,500. So yes.
Okay. We answered your question or no?
Yeah, thank you so much. One more question. Are you planning to enter other markets than Ukraine?
Now we are focusing on Ukrainian market, but then of course, if we will improve our business model, if we cover the most part of Ukraine, the biggest cities, then I think we will have the ability to cover European market.
Yes, because in Ukraine we validate our model and create marketing and global strategy to go European countries with strong economy. And we believe that our marketing and our product fit most of countries in the Europe.
Thank you. I think also America could be a very interesting market because they are not that advanced, even as we are advanced in Ukraine in those automation applications and stuff like that, especially for this beauty business. So thank you.
Yes, there are a lot of big players in USA, and yeah, probably that's true. Thank you.
One more question from myself. Do you have any promotion functionality in the system?
Promotion, yes. Now, if we are connected to the CRM from another company, we can only make bookings to the beauty salon, and we are not good connected with this beauty salon. So now we don't have promotions, only if the salons
yes, salons can't create this functions because this is part of our CRM. And on this slide you can see marketing features that we are added to CRM system to create upsells, to create hot connection to users that allow to make bookings at that place that are not very good in beauty salon. For example, it's from 12 o'clock to 16 o'clock. It's very huge gap that not very big amount of salons have reservations that time. And they told us the problems about scheduling and about confirmation of this beauty free slots, and we work how to solve these problems for beauty salons.
Yes, sometime in a few months, 1 or 2 months, we will have our own CRM system, and then we will have all promotions for the beauty procedures and maybe in some beauty products.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chichi. Okay, so the next team is going to be New Age data compression. Okay, so the floor is for New Age data compression.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Victor and I would like to present an NADC or New Age data compression. We develop new technologies and software solutions for privacy protection and compression of digital images. There is a question, what if some other person gets access to your files, in particular digital photos? It can be medical image, photo of some document, or something else that should not be shared. Another question is, what if you get too many high-quality digital photos? We stress that we all live in a world where the problem of unauthorized viewing and huge expenses should be considered as a whole. Of course, there are many ways to solve this problem, but none of them is perfect. We can buy, for example, a new memory card or USB flash drive, but it is not for free. And how can we send photos in this case? Also, we all use cloud services like Google Drive or Dropbox, but they have limited free of charge capabilities. And by the way, what if somebody cracks your account? Finally, there are many software solutions, but if you study them carefully, you see that most of them provides just compression or just protection. NADC, the software solution that provides both compression and protection. The core of an NADC is a unique algorithm developed by our team. There are several reasons to use it. First, it compresses better than JPEG, which is used almost everywhere. Also, it's very expensive to crack protected files. It is possible. We do not provide 100% protection, but to crack protected files, one has to spend much time and computational resources. And also, in our technology, protection is integrated into compression. It is a single process. For example, if you have some digital image, you can compress and protect it using a password. After that, if you put correct password, you will get correct image. But if somebody puts incorrect password, he will also get something, and this person should try again. Our research shows that there is a huge number of possible combinations. That's why we provide high-level privacy protection. Also, NADC can be used to compress a set of digital photos. Our proposition is desktop and mobile applications, as well as technology that can be integrated into another projects. We propose our clients 3 types of subscription and 3 forms of cooperation, including special capabilities development. The strength of an NADC is a combination of useful features. We provide compression and protection for several clicks. Moreover, users get total personal control of their files. Our service does not store any user image. By the way, in some cases, some cloud services can even delete your data. Please read their license agreement carefully. Sure that almost everybody can feel the problem we are talking about. Potentially, an NADC can be used by more than 2 billion of people. We are going to start promoting our service to several groups presented in this slide. We are going to start with teachers of private Montessori schools. We will give them our service totally for free. And using this approach, we will get access to parents of pupils. We have already come a long way. The principle is that now we have our own scientifically validated image protection and compression technology, and we will develop a new one. Now we are looking for investments, most of which will be aimed at development, promotion, and copyright protection. Our team has great experience in research, development, and software promotion. That's why we are confident that success of an NADC.
Thank you for the presentation. We are still waiting for the questions from our experts and jury. My question would be for you before
Yes.
we have questions from experts. Why did you decide to go with the Montessori schools?
You know, my wife is Montessori teacher, and she feels this problem. She every day she and her colleagues take a huge number of photos of pupils, their projects, and also they have to share these photos with parents. And they say, she and her colleagues say that it's they cannot delete this data, and they have a huge number of digital photos. That's why I have my private reason to develop this project. And by the way, we have private contacts, and Montessori community is very progressive, and it's not difficult to promote them such product. And that's why we are going to start with them.
Okay, so we have a question from Ivan Petrenko.
Yes, just a second. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Could you just explain me once again, how are you better than a Dropbox or something like that?
You know, our service is not a cloud storage. So you can compress your digital photos, and after using our service, our application, and after that to upload these files to Dropbox. So we are not competitors with cloud storages. We can, our users will be able to combine our service and, for example, Google Drive or Dropbox or something else.
But why, explain me, why would I need someone in between me and a Dropbox? So I would have to pay for the Dropbox to have more storage, but then if I don't pay for the bigger Dropbox storage, I would have to pay you to use your service. So why do I need you?
First of all, you will be able to use our service for free. You will be able to use our basic version for free. And by the way, for example, if somebody cracks account, sorry, things happens. And so if somebody cracks your account, this person will get access to these files, but these files will be protected. And this person will have to spend much time and computational resources to get content. So it's another way to protect files, additional protection. And by the way, in this way, you will be able to store in your Dropbox or Google Drive storage more digital photos, and in future, more digital videos.
And have you then, another quick question, because I didn't see any more pluses. Have you discovered how many potential clients you have? So, okay, Montessori, but who else? How are you going to be able to scale?
For example, our competitor KeepSafe now have more than 75 million of subscribers, and we are going to promote this our service to these subscribers. And also there are, for example, photographers, more than 100,000 of professional photographers in Europe and USA. Also, there are users of screen loggers, and also there are users of document scanners. And from the official sources, we get this number of, there is a huge number of these initial target audience clients.
Okay, thank you very much. We really didn't have any other questions from our jury. I'm encouraging jury again to put their marks. And so the pitches are over. Yesterday and today we had 14 teams who were doing pitches. And the only thing left, we have to announce our winner. But before we do that, I'm really happy to introduce you our keynote speaker today, and it is Igor Sokolov, venture capitalist and entrepreneur, product lead, and social activist. He has been successfully building online businesses for the last 10 years and has already launched 5 of his own, managed a media product portfolio at Genesis, managed products at Grammarly, and is a founder of Goort, a community for tech companies leaders. Igor will help us to answer the question, are we dreaming big enough, in a couple of seconds. Okay, Igor, very happy to see you today, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm introduction. I'm very humbled to talk to all of you today. It's a big honor to be talking, being last to talk, and I'm going to talk about 3 basic reasons to dream bigger, to set bigger goals and ambitions in the businesses you build. And it will be quite basic and quite understandable, I hope. But before I do that, I would like to provide you with a bit of a context about myself so you could understand from which point I'm talking to you about. So I've launched my first online business when I was 17, finishing my high school in Kiev. So like my first website was built by my teacher of informatics or like computer science at school. And since then I've been trying to build something substantial. And my career went on to building very many small projects where I tried to like solve problems of my own or problems of that my friends had. So it was like e-commerce shops of some like niche products, and it was like online media, and it was all sorts of different stuff. When I was in university, I was trying to launch an online business. But I couldn't do like anything of like significance at that time. And then my career went on and took me to like product roles where I was building like B2B enterprise software as a product manager and product leader. Then I was managing portfolio of media products and all sorts of products for consumer business. And then I continued on to managing also SaaS business, like portfolio of SaaS products at Grammarly, the company you might have heard of. And then I went back to my entrepreneurial roots and launched a company of my own, which we could successfully exit from during like short life. It lived like a bit less than a year and a half. So we exited to the fund I'm currently working in. So I'm now a VC and also head of Startup Studio, which is an organization that we have internally that we try to build lots of businesses simultaneously and try to productize the process of starting businesses of your own, like businesses in general. So we focus on B2B, and we think that Ukraine is the best place to launch B2B businesses, B2B software businesses in general. So, but the entrepreneurial path, and now me being on the dark side of things, being a VC, showed me a very straightforward and very simple insight that people from our regions, like peers of mine that I was talking to when I was doing my own business, and now people that come to us as a fund to seek for funding opportunities. In my understanding, they do not dream big enough. So most of the investments that we don't do is because it's too small of a market, too small of an opportunity. We don't believe that you can build a massive business there. So, and I want to provide you with 3 main points why you should dream bigger. You should invest your time in more ambitious projects. And in this respect, there's only 3 points that I want to make. So the first one, it's very hard to build business in general. It's very stressful. It's very irritating. It's very stressful in all sorts of ways. It stresses your personal relationships. It's hard in any way, but it's equally as stressful to build small business and large business. So there's no particular reason why you should decide to build small business versus large business, because it's equally as hard, it's equally as stressful. So in my understanding, I would rather bet big rather than bet small if the amount of stress is the same. So the second point is also quite straightforward. You want to be surrounded by the best people. In my understanding, we spend so much time in a workplace. We want to be surrounded by the best of the best, or the people that are inspiring, people that we want to be around. And usually those ambitious, inspiring people want to solve inspiring problems. And those inspiring problems are usually very big. So it's very hard to get to Tesla, or it's very hard to get to Neuralink, or to get to all sorts of companies that try to solve the biggest problems, the most ambitious problems. And people are okay to be underpaid. People are okay to sleep less. People are okay with very many things. Just give them an ambitious goal to strive for. So in my understanding, if you're big, or you dream big, or if you try to solve big problems, it's much higher chance that you will be surrounded by the best people. And the third point is that you want to have the best type of partnerships. You want to have best type of outcomes. And those outcomes are usually partially driven by investors. And investors like myself, we also would like to see big, ambitious things that we invest in and get high multiples, but also those entrepreneurs that provide us a chance to be part of bigger story, future, and something that is very impactful. VCs are also people, and they want to be noticed and want to be build their own legacy. So if you want to have the best investors, you also want to dream big, and you also want to bet big. So in this respect, knowing that the stress is the same, so the amount of energy and the amount of investment you make will be the same, but outcomes and the process will be completely different. I urge every one of you, like everyone from who's competing today to dream much bigger, to set much bigger goals. So, and to set them from the standpoint of enormous scale. So think about problems that billions of people have. Think about the problems that people spend billions of hours on. Think about problems that people spend billions of dollars to solve. Those are the problems that are usually big enough for you to bother. If you solve it or not, that's a completely different question, but the process of getting there will be much better, and chances of you being in the best company of people and partners are shifting in a completely different direction. So that's me. Thank you very much for listening. I hope it provides you with some insight on how to think about the investment you make with the businesses you make. Thank you.
Thank you, Igor.
Do we have time for some questions? Or
I'm not sure that we're gonna have questions because everybody are really keen to see the winners. We still have some time to invite our jury in order to express their feedback and say warm words to our panelists and teams who were pitching these 2 days. So thank you once again, Igor. It was a pleasure to have you today. And
thank
I
you.
would like
Thank you for having me.
And I would like to share their feedback, our jury, and to say a couple of words about the team and the whole event that we had these 2 days. I would like to emphasize once again that among 100 application forms, only 14 teams came to the final pitching days. And during these 2 days, during 8 hours, we were listening to the young entrepreneurs who are ready to start their businesses. So Valerie and Dimitri, would you like to share your feedback about the event today and yesterday?
Yes, thank you. I will start if you don't mind. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you very much, our partners who decided to join this event. Thank you very much for participants. It was very interesting to hear your presentations, and I think we will hear more feedback when we will be giving out the prize later on, because I already know that, so that I couldn't share the full feedback right away. But what I would like to say is that even if you won't get the prize, because unfortunately the main prize goes only to one startup, even if you won't get the prize, remember that here you had a lot of people who were listening to your amazing presentations, and I think that you might find some more advisors, some more partners, and chase us, chase everyone, believe in your idea, and everything would be great. You will get to your goals. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I enjoyed all the startups, and are we going to comment later on when we have the prizes?
Yeah, maybe specifically, yes, because then we will know who will win, and then after that we can say a little bit more about the others.
Yeah, we just wanted to hear your impression about these 2 days. Thank you, guys. So, and I would like to give a floor to Alexandra Gavarucha.
Thanks, everybody. I'd like to emphasize that I'm impressed, personally, because of a lot of products and services with a social impact. And I think it's very important, especially now in these strange, challenging times. And I'd like to say a few words about some future opportunities. Sigma Software is co-organizing the Ukrainian-Israeli Innovation Summit on 27th of October. And you are all invited to apply to the next startup pitch session, which will be focused on social impact products. So feel free to ping me and I'll provide you with the form, application form, and please try again and use this chance to present your product to Israeli investors and potential partners for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra, for finding the new ways of networking and for the invitation. Thank you.
As usual.
As usual, yes. Thank you. So the next person that I would like to ask to share the feedback, Konrad, would you please share your feedback about the event and the teams that you heard these 2 days?
Yeah, I mean the level of startups was really, you know, very even, and it was very hard for us. So sorry to be late on delivering the name of the prize winner of PSUB. So basically, what I liked and is the level of the startups, is their commitment and their and how they were prepared for this presentation. A sort of feedback that rang through all the presentations was, I think not everyone got to do their competition analysis very thoroughly. I know probably you didn't have time and it's hard to find, you know, the right companies that are your competitors, but I see, and it's the same for us at the fund, that we need to pressure companies in order to do some deepened competition analysis. So please make our work a bit less harder and do your research a bit better. And I think your future investors will see that as a plus and appreciate that. So basically, very interesting projects. It was very hard for us to choose the winner, and I want to add one thing, because as you said in the introduction, I was working with MIT Enterprise Forum CE, and we got a lot of interesting startups from Ukraine, and it's pretty apparent that we have this tandem of very robust ecosystems here in Central Europe, and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Konrad. Thank you, Konrad. So we have some more people to share their feedback, and this is going to be Bartholomew. Would you please share your feedback for these 2 days?
Yes, of course. First of all, I would like to say thank you for giving RST Ventures for Earth the opportunity to participate in the event. And like Konrad said, it was very hard, very tough to us to choose the one who will win. So I would like to congratulate all the startups, because you have already passed the most difficult step, in my opinion. I mean, you have started your business adventure, and that decision is never easy, and I keep my fingers crossed for you. Anyway, we are here to give you some feedback. So my general advice is that when you talk to venture capital, you should be able to provide some convincing evidence that your idea is gonna to work. You don't have to have a final product or revenues, but what you need to do is to show that you have, for example, contacted market players or your final users, and the team is ready for business development activities, and not only for product. It's not only about the product, it's more about the business. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to give a floor to Dennis.
Yeah, thanks. First of all, many thanks, guys, for your invitation. Valery, Dmitry, Veronika, and all the team of Sigma Software. It's a great pleasure to join you at this event. And I mentioned to my colleagues from Quarter Partners that it was organized with very high quality. So my pleasure. And if to talk about speakers, I was not enjoyed by all of them, but the vast majority of them were very good, and the pitch elevator were very good too. And my winners are not from the nominee list. One of them is outsider, so the lower score, it does not matter that you are not winner. So guys and girls, thank you for your pitch, and good luck, and see you soon with some of you.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you for your honest feedback, actually. And Ivan, I would like to give the floor to you, please.
Yes, thank you, Veronica. First of all, thank you, and great applause to organizers, because I know it's very hard to keep, a good quality of online events these days. We're used to offline. Online is still a challenge to many of us. And thank you for the teams for keeping up, for trying to give it your best. A few remarks that I would also like to add. First of all, most of the startups, most of the pitches still need to be improved. Mostly in terms of how do you present that. So try your presentation to be a story. Please do not read, even if you're doing that online, and we're going to see more of that in the nearest future. Try not to read from your notes. Try to speak from yourself. Try to present and sell yourself in the first place. That's what investors and partners will look for. So that's one thing. And another thing is, please try to give more attention to scaling. So some of the startups did not really go much for scaling. And this is, again, what most of the partners and potential investors, especially if you're looking to expand in foreign markets as the United States market or UK market, they will definitely ask you for the scaling. And then you have to show some decent results, that you've done your homework and you know how your go-to-market strategy will look like. And good luck to you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ivan. And Yuri, you were gonna be the last but not least.
Hi, guys. I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be a part of that competition. And I must admit that you have to work harder, because it's hard to follow the path from something bad to good, but it's much more harder to follow the path from good to much better. You have to practice your presentation for sure, in terms of telling the story, not of reading, of course, as Ivan said. You have to work with your English language level, I suppose, but at the same time, all of you, you're daredevils. You dare to be judged. And just please do not stop, and proceed and go on. Keep on working, keep on talking, keep on practicing, and you're gonna be successful for sure. That's it for tonight.
Thank you, Yuri. Thank you very much for our jury. Yeah, we did a great job today, and thank you for your time and your fair and honest feedback for all teams. And I think that now we are ready to start the awarding ceremony. So I would like to suggest to start with our special prizes from our partners. And I would like to invite for the special prize, Denis, who's gonna say his nominee.
Well, my winner is not alone. I suppose that there are few teams that could be winner. But if to talk about, if to try to be honest, I want to invite to personal meeting during next 1-2 weeks, 3 teams. First of all, it's the team Projectium network. The second one team is Goort, and the third team is Elomia. And I want you to suggest a personal meeting to discuss probable collaboration, including financing, business development, and so on.
Okay, so the special prize from Quarter Partners Investment Fund, personal meeting and the personal pitching goes to Projectium, goes to Alomia, and the third team, Dennis, would you please repeat it?
Lawyer.
Okay, Lord. I'm very happy to you guys. So you are the winners of this nominee today. Thank you. And the second partner is going to be Ivan Petrenko from Center of Entrepreneurship, please.
Yes, thank you once again, Veronica. And prize from the Center for Entrepreneurship is a 2-month online course, which is David wins from Adrian Slivotsky, who is a Ukrainian origin American Harvard Business School graduate and managing partner at Oliver Wyman, one of the leading investor funds. And he's been nominated as top 50 thinkers and top 50 business advisors of the world a couple of times, and one of the biggest donators of Ukrainian Catholic University and supporters of Center for Entrepreneurship. And this will be a 2-month online course with a lot of assignments and a lot of homework to do. And it is for startups with traction, validated MVP. We're going to give more details on that, and the prize goes to the team. We will have three places, and the prize goes to the team Lawyered. Congrats, guys.
Great, thank you very much. So the special prize from Center of Entrepreneurship goes to Lawyered. Guys, I will give you a couple of minutes to share your feedback before, but let me please introduce one more partner, and it actually is going to be Sigma Software Labs, and I'm as a representative. I would like to say that I'm also as a moderator, and the part of the team was really inspired by all the speeches about your bravery, about your power to come to share your pitch, to come face to face to such great experts and such great people from the venture capitalist world, from expert and businesses. And from Sigma Software Labs, we would like to invite to one of our hubs all over Ukraine, in Dnipro, Kyiv, Kharkiv, or Lviv, the team Projectium. Guys, I was really impressed about your presentation and your team and the way you were presenting your product, and look forward to meeting you next time in one of our hubs. And I'm very pleased to invite Łukasz Wowok, the Polish-Ukrainian Startup Bridge member, who will share and nominee one of the teams who won their prize today. Łukasz, would you please state your winner for the special prize from Polish-Ukrainian Startup Bridge? Łukasz, are you with us?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't. Oh,
Hi.
yeah, I see you.
Hello.
Hi, nice to see you.
Thank you on behalf of our Polish-Ukrainian team from Polish-Ukrainian Startup Bridge. I would like to say warm congratulations for all participants of all startups. So we watch your development during the mentoring sessions. We have seen your project keep getting better and better, and we are satisfied with it. Your presentation were clear. You were able to answer most of the questions, which is also good for you, good for your future investors. So I will not focus on the feedback from our side, because our Polish viewers said enough about it. And I will now present the winner from the Polish-Ukrainian Startup Bridge. I have this check, and it's a great pleasure for me to tell that the winner from the Polish-Ukrainian Startup Bridge is Lawyered.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So guys, I'm a little bit nervous and I'm a little bit thrilled about what is going to happen right now. And I would like to invite our jury, who is also here in the studio. This is Dmitry and Valerie. I think, yeah, hope you will Yeah, get from my side. And guys will tell us who is gonna be the winner today. So.
Okay, I will put it like this. Yeah, and the main prize goes to Elomia team. Congratulations, guys. So now we understand that all the juries feels that a lot of people need help. Well, congratulations. And I just would like to add a few words about some of the startups that I emotionally like it, because, you know, sometimes you see the business potential, sometimes you emotionally like feels that something is close to your thoughts and things that you saw in your life. So I would suggest that someone from a couple of startups that I named right now contact me via LinkedIn. It's very easy to find me there. And even if I wouldn't say that I could like, I just want to give some advices, and probably it would lead to something, probably it wouldn't lead to something. I'm speaking about, first of all, the startup Infusion Light, I think the correct name, the funny startup about the emotional masks, and the Chichi startup. So please reach out to me and let's speak. And I'm giving the floor now to Dmitry. Probably Dmitry want to say a few words about Elomia and other startups as well.
Yeah, I congratulate Elomia. That means that all the judges gave highest grades, most of them at least. And as a lawyer, I'm also happy to see Lawyered startup as one of the finalists in this competition. And I also liked Ayun. Yeah, I like the idea of selling water for a big amount of money. And I also I love yachting, and I hope someday I will see the device of 5A somewhere in the sea.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So, dear winner, you're gonna get not only just this certificate, but actually money. So our org team will get in touch with all the winners actually who got the special prizes, and the biggest prize of certificate for 100,000 Ukrainian hryvnias. You will get it soon. And I would like to invite for the sharing the feedback and actually express their, I don't know, happiness and success today. So Elomia, would you please come on here and share your feedback about the whole event that we got today?
Yes, I would gladly do that. Can you see me? Give me a split second. I will.
Yes, I can see you, but
make the camera like that. Do you see me?
Yeah. Yes, we can see you.
Great.
Right now.
Split second. Wow. So first of all, thank you very much for all you've done. I know it's been hard work, and I've seen some things not going according to plan, but it's amazing that, you know, everything went so smoothly. And it's not only about the money that we won. We have also received a lot of mentorship support, which was very useful. We have received obviously mentorship support with our presentation, but I have actually personally received mentorship support with AI, which was, you know, my AI is my profession, so I'm ashamed to admit that it was way more useful than it should have been. I have had the memory leak issues, and I was connected with a mentor who helped me solve them like in 30 minutes, and it was amazing. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you very much. Thank you for taking a part in Eureka 2020. And we wish you good luck, and we wish you to fast growth. And please be attentive to the all feedback that you received. And it was a pleasure to have you here. So IT Eureka 2020 is over officially and finally. And thank you very much for everybody who was connected to the contest, who helped that make it happen, and to the whole org team and the guys who are sitting here in the studio for our jury, for our experts, for all our partners who came with us and walked through all these roads and all these sessions and all this time. We are looking forward for the next application next year. And I think that we will invite and involve more partners. So thank you guys. Enjoy your evening. Take care. And we love you all. Bye.